Welcome back. It is a Wednesday morning. Scotty Ray and Odie as we begin this journey together. 75, it's kind of hot out there right now, isn't it, Odie?
No, it's warm.
Yeah. What does that mean? It means stormy weather in store for us. The threat of weather rolls in tonight after 9 p.m. till about 1 a.m. And that chance is going to be really north of us. Winston County is where we'll watch this at a level 2 storm level, up taking in Mississippi State. Another round of this will roll in Thursday afternoon, Odie, somewhere around 5 and go until around 3 a.m. So we've got 2 rounds coming. You're going to get wet at some point if you live in East Mississippi, North Mississippi, in these areas, back into Louisiana. We'll watch it very closely, and we have a level 2 for the entire East Mississippi area tomorrow night. We'll look at radar before the morning's out to show you exactly what to expect and where you live. It's kind of important, isn't it?
It is important to know what's going on, and because you're not going to get any of this through the mail.
Nope, not coming.
This is strictly going to be something that you need to find out on your own. Well, you don't have to search very far when you find the Scotty Ray Report.
We'll keep you up to date with the latest weather as it all happens. You heard me talk about that Dr. Pepper thing a minute ago, didn't you?
You know, I like pickles, and I like Dr. Pepper. There's 2 other things I like, and that is I like pickles and I like peanut butter. And I had the sheriff, Sheriff Solly himself.
What'd he do?
Told me, he says, look, you need to make a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. And I thought he was pulling my leg. When I went home, made one.
Yeah.
Dog, that ain't the last one I've made neither.
I've never had that. You put peanut butter and then a dill pickle and fold it like a slither of a pickle.
Make a whole sandwich out of it. You spread your peanut butter. I like the crunchy, and then you put your pickles on the top of it. Put you another piece of bread, and
you and Billy.
It was good.
And what I'm talking about is it's a mother or a meemaw that's gone viral from the state of Mississippi of having Dr. Pepper and pickles when she goes through Sonic mixed in together. She swears it's good and thinks it's the greatest thing, and it makes me go, ugh.
Here's the thing, I may just try that.
All right, you let me know if you like it or not. Grove Hill, Alabama, joining us this morning. Thank you very much there. Oh, an anniversary already rolling in. Sydney and Caleb Etheridge,
well, hold
12
on,
years.
It ain't their talk. They got to be in line.
They do. Well, I can still say their name. There it is right there. Happy anniversary, y'all. I done seen it. Lord have mercy. We do wish each and every one. If you hadn't got yours into us yet, do so. Get that to us as we start this morning out. We're going to give away that coffee mug later on. Antiques Roadshow. You ever watch that?
I do.
I saw that where this family had a portrait behind the door frame in the closet for years. Turns out it was somebody famous, and it could be worth nearly $1 million.
They've got some things on there. I've wanted to go through my
let me show you this. You got anything that looks like this?
Not exactly.
It was,
but hey,
it was painted, I think, in 1904, and it turns out it's worth something. Old boy that wrote it, or painted it rather. Painted it. Yeah. So, Antiques Roadshow. It is interesting to see what treasures are hidden in people's attics, passed down. People don't know what they really got there. That's one thing that's going on. We do have breaking news this morning out of Clark County. As we found out just a moment ago, there has been a stabbing. We spoke with Sheriff Anthony Chancellor just moments ago as the story breaks this morning here. As we put up this is what we found out this morning. A man has been arrested this morning in the DeSoto area, just south of there, for stabbing his mother multiple times. We don't know the circumstances, and we'll wait for details to come out of this as the investigation goes on. He was taken into custody just a few moments ago without incident there in Clark County. But, you know, I told Odie right before we went on, I remember watching 310 to Yuma, and the line that Russell Crowe said, even bad men love their mama. This is bad for a mother. And I don't know her exact age, but I would think that this lady was into her 70s that was injured with this. Godspeed. I'm told that she is a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
In no way did she ask for this. Y'all keep her in her prayers as she is rushed to a hospital for care on this. We do hope everything turns out well. This is sad that something like this could happen in our community.
Oh, it is. Oh, Pat and Jim Coker said, hey,
Well.
Pat making them pies.
Oh, she's really good at what she does. We got one left. We're going to have to split over there.
Oh, she sent us some little pecan pies, too.
What happened to them, Odie? I hadn't seen those. Did they make them past Greg?
No, they didn't make them past me.
No, Odie is the culprit. Have mercy.
My bad.
So, warning, if you're ever trying to get food to the studio, never give it to Odie to arrive here on
Not
time.
a pecan pie. I'll share anything else, but a pecan pie I'm liable to eat too quick.
It's an art to doing it. That and banana pudding, not everybody can do it. There's a
You're
lot of people who
exactly
think they can, but it truly, truly is an art.
It is. And she's got the art. Sheriff Solly's got the art.
He does pecan pies?
Oh, them little... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hope he didn't give up on that just because he retired.
You want him to continue doing that, I take it.
Yeah, he's good.
Can't say I've ever had one there.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff there. Let's go ahead, Odie, and pull up Red R as we mentioned that a moment ago. This is tomorrow afternoon. I want everybody to be aware of the threat that we have here. Tyler, Texas, these areas back here is a level 3. The entire state of Mississippi south, let's look at this. Here is Kemper County. Here's Neshoba. This is going to cut right across through Sugar Lock and across Noxapater. And anything south of there is a level 2 for tomorrow night. We want you to pay close attention to this. Now, let's look at tonight. Let's change this to tonight's weather. This is the severe weather for tonight that rolls in. This is going to be north of Meridian, taking in Kemper County, Neshoba County, and Winston, these areas with a level 1. North of there goes into a level 2. At Corinth, Mississippi, we start seeing over to Clarksdale, the Delta, a level 3. And then by the time we make it to Nashville, Tennessee, look at this, a level 4 for that area. This is going to be bad tonight. Anywhere from... Springfield, Missouri, all the way over to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Somewhere in there we could have bad. And we have seen this develop over the... Kansas has been getting hit bad.
They have. They've been hit a lot more than we have.
Yeah. We have had a very mild year. Knock on wood. If somebody do that with us. We don't want it. But one of the mildest years that I've seen in quite some time. We're already into May and not really had major damage of any kind in the state of Mississippi. Before you say anything, yeah, we've had some minor stuff, but nothing major.
Nothing major. We're supposed to be learning a little bit more about hurricane prediction tomorrow.
That is coming, isn't it?
That's coming.
That kicks off, if I remember right, June 1st.
That's
we're
correct.
going to, and so we'll have those daily updates as that and that's not long off, less than a month now.
You know, I think Ashley's done learned me a little bit.
What'd she say?
She's smarter than I was giving her credit. She said Odie done dropping the subliminal messages on them pecan pies.
Shame on you, Odie.
Well.
Pecan pie is
guilty as charged.
there's a sweetness and a bitter that has to be done just right on that.
My wife surprised me. She made a pecan pie, and I'm sitting here going, "How do you tell your wife that she probably don't make a good pecan pie?"
Did she?
But I've never eaten one, so I kept an open mind. It was good. I told her, I said, "You ain't stopped at just one of them, have you?"
This is another subliminal messages.
Yeah.
I can't get it out to where he's sucking up to his wife. That is what that is called. If you've never seen that done, right here.
I was born at night, but it wasn't last night.
We'll be right back.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, Over the phone or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Odie, you need to suck up any more to your wife?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Look, I went to Odie's office the other day, and there was a trail of corn all the way to his office. And I said, what is this about? They said, well, he's henpecked.
Yeah. Well, she's got us on another cruise. So
you're going on you ain't gone on the first one yet, have you?
Oh, yeah.
So you booked 2 for the year?
Well, we got one more this year.
Okay, all right.
And one for the first of next year.
Gotcha. I'm with you now.
one for another one about...
What do you do, 3-year advance bookings on boats?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, you really into this, aren't you?
And I tell you what, you can't beat a cruise.
Is it October-ish that you're headed back?
This time is October.
Is that what is the perfect time to take a cruise ship?
Perfect time to take a cruise is from October to March.
Okay.
Any of that time, because everything's going strong down there. Now you go from May to September, and it's their off season, and it's dead. There's nothing going on.
So there's not a lot of activity.
Not a whole lot.
Not
of
as much
anything.
fun.
Right, because all of your street vendors and all that stuff, they don't do a whole lot. But now, you go from October to March, and it's all kind of things happening. And
All right, we're getting word here from Jamie Lynn Ainsworth that Shine passed along her secret banana pudding recipe down to her.
Well, Jamie, you
Yeah, we ain't
made
tried
me
it.
I don't know if you've made Tommy any.
I think Tommy's been getting them. We hadn't.
It's what it sounds like. You know, we've known each other a long time, Jamie.
Look at him try to pull this off here. Odie, you're not. I'm going to shock Odie with my next headline that happened just last night. Home was struck with gunfire last night. Yes, it was. As we pull this up, right here in little old Meridian, Mississippi, 32nd Avenue and 25th Street would be the scene of gunshot. It would be a single bullet that I'm certain went through the window of the house and struck inside the bedroom. Believe it or not, no one was hurt. Thank goodness. A common thing that happens way too much in our areas there, but that did happen last night. That was around 9:30ish, 9 p.m., 9:30 last night. Again,
If there's 3 people inside that house, it ought to be 3 counts of attempted murder.
I agree with that.
If there's a house next door and you're just driving by and you're shooting, however many people's in there, it's another attempted murder for each person.
What?
You put every one of these people's lives in the
Correct.
vicinity of that house at danger. And if it's 22 counts of attempted murder, then by God, so be it.
So what is the charge on something like that? Is it just a misdemeanor of discharging a firearm?
Probably shooting into a dwelling.
That does
it
not
doesn't have any
carry
teeth.
no teeth to it. You make the sentence a little bit tougher, and people pay attention there.
Well, if you stop giving away college degrees while you're in school.
You may have a point there. I wanted to bring this up. I was down at, and we'll show some pictures from Wings and Tails just a little bit. But I got a call yesterday that said, "Hey, what are you doing?" So I'm down here at the airport looking at an airplane. I said, "Drive up to San Marcos. I want you to meet someone." So I got in the Mobile, and we went up the road there, and I ran into Sheriff Jody Pennington last night, Newton County's finest there.
Yes, he is.
And he had brought his beautiful daughter to town. It was her birthday. She turned 17 last night, and I had a chance to stop and have dinner with him at San Marcos. And man, I had a wonderful time there last night. They all grinning, and the food was great. And you do still get that smeared on your nose if it's your birthday.
And they sing it to you.
Yes, they do.
Now,
Happy
did you
birthday.
get the thing that folds over with the chicken and the cheese?
Well, here's the problem. Tino was off last night.
Oh, so you didn't know what to order.
No, I didn't. And then I didn't get what I ordered. I described it, and I got something that didn't have the flap thing. And Tino
Did you eat it?
I ate it. I didn't have a choice, but Tino wasn't there. I mean,
Sometimes he had to take a day. Not everybody works 22 hours a day like you do.
well, I thought he was one of them, but he did. Boy, he took off, and I got the wrong thing. Chino wasn't there either. The only two
took
people that
off.
understand me what I want, and then I get it. It's sign language.
Yeah. Say, look, y'all, bring it to me. Kathy, believe it or not, it's not a quesadilla.
No, it's I don't know. I still don't know what it is, but it's you fold it over and it's got meat and vegetables and stuff inside, and it's got cheese and rice. Whatever that is, that's what I want.
I thought it was a chimichanga,
And
but it won't.
I don't
Because
know
that's
what-
what he kept saying, so I said, it's a quesadilla. Order it. So we ordered it, and now he said, that ain't it. I said, well, what else got chicken and cheese and it folds over?
Tino knows.
Still hadn't remembered that yet. Donna said, is it a felony to shoot inside of an occupied dwelling? Don't really know. And we know we got some people out there that do know. Oh, here we go. Carl, what is the charge of that? Is it a felony or is it a misdemeanor?
I'd like to know that. Now.
Ashley, I'm with you. We use some Mexican today. I could eat
Ashley's good
Mexican
stuff.
every day.
It's great food.
I
isn't it?
love that stuff.
Yes, sir, Bob. As a matter of fact, as I was pulling up to Chino's, I couldn't help but notice all the flashy blue lights out front and a big fancy red fire truck. And I thought, man, what are y'all doing? We had several fire trucks on the scene. And let's go in front of the lawn of Trustmark Bank, right in front of Chino's yesterday for this live report that went on here. Let's go ahead and hit play here. Odie?
That looks like a pedal bike.
If one would notice, that's a small dirt bike there,
Yeah.
right in front of the liquor store there next to Trustmark. And Odie, what we had in the situation was people reported to me live on the scene that they saw him going down the road kind of being reckless there. One hit the curb, and the next thing you know, it went whoop, and plop, and he was out like a light.
Just curious, because everybody has said that is a felony to shoot inside a dwelling. So that's step one. That's good. We're going to the right way. But so going back to that last story, isn't it illegal to ride a dirt bike on the street?
I think so, and considering it didn't have any lights or anything, it wasn't street legal. I don't know what the charge is or what they'll charge him with, but that happened yesterday. That was like a baby bike. He was little bitty.
Yeah, that is.
My leg is bigger than the whole bike.
I'm with you, Tricia. What's a dirt bike doing on the highway?
It's a good question there.
David said he's always on 47th Avenue. He may take a little time off. I think he hurt his noggin.
He definitely had to go get checked out last night. I don't think it was serious, but he did have to get checked out there.
And nonetheless, we need to pray for him for recovery.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ooh, Wesley said it carries a 10-year sentence to shoot inside a dwelling.
Oof. How much of that's suspended?
9.9 years.
Okay, just checking.
Probably time served between arrest and bail.
Could be.
Don't know,
Yeah.
but just guessing.
We'll be right back as we travel along this early. And we're not through with all the stories of everything that went on yesterday. It is always, well, it's as far as put it, when I leave here, it's like a box of chocolates. We never know what we're going to find.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends. Summertime has arrived and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. from 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts is located in downtown Quitman, directly across the street from the post office. They are your one-stop shop for all of your floral and gift-giving needs. They have everything you need to make those you care about feel special, from a fully stocked gift shop to roses, mixed flower arrangements, and plants. Whether it be a special occasion or just because, remember them in your time of need for all of your funeral floral arrangements. Call on Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts at 601-776-3010.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and you didn't cause people to go to looking up the actual code of law.
I mean, Drew come up in here with Mississippi Code 973729 of the 2013 edition. If any person shall willfully and unlawfully shoot or discharge any pistol, shotgun, rifle, firearm, blah, 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 of any nature or description into a dwelling house or any other building usually occupied by persons, whether occupied or not, he should be guilty of a felony, whether or not anybody was injured, and on conviction shall be punished by imprisonment in the state penitentiary for a term not to exceed 10 years, or by imprisonment in the county jail for not more than 1 year, or by a fine of not more than $5,000, or both such imprisonment and fine, with the discretion of the court, it up to the judge and the prosecutor.
So that's what the law says.
So basically, the law says this, but it's within the discretion of the court. So there we go.
We'll see what happens with that.
Thank you, Drew.
All right. Hey, we've got to make the big announcement yesterday, Odie, from Collinsville Day.
We had a winner and a runner-up.
We sure did.
Which neither one of us got to be members of the judge panel.
No, we wanted to be, but the twerking contest. I mean, there was some twerking going on. Our runner-up was none other than Bonnie White Early, and then she was outdone by her former sister-in-law, Sandy. Sandy White won the twerking contest. Boy.
I wonder if that was rigged. Sandy wanted to know if we liked the cow slobber on our banana pudding.
Well,
I don't care if it's whipped cream or the cow slobber. Either one of them work good.
I read up on Sandy. She was a damsel in distress this weekend.
Well, twerking will take care of that, won't it?
She didn't have no money.
So she twerked her way for some goodbye.
She needed a chicken plate. Bless her heart. Sandy, we picking with you. We hope everything's good this morning there. Winnie, good morning to you there. Hey, we need to say congratulations, Odie, to as we go out to Russell. They're headed to the playoffs, the semifinals this week. They're going to be headed out to Hueytown, Alabama. Congratulations to them. Hope they bring back a trophy to us all there.
And we got, is it Clarkdale?
Clarkdale.
They're going. West Lauderdale lost their bid last night. They were at the win it or go home last night.
Okay.
They lost. I don't know what the score was. So West Lauderdale is out, but Clarkdale here locally and Russell, they're in. So let's keep them.
And let's see here. A lot of games going on as the year comes to an end. Can you believe this? We got graduations are getting ready to start, aren't they?
Yeah, MCC's got some. Yeah, everything.
Be ready for all of that. As we mentioned, Wings and Tails happened yesterday. Let's look at this as they had airplanes and cars and all kinds of great things out at NAS Meridian. As we look here, some Corvettes parked there as we come across. Oh, there's Carolyn. She's always got a smile there. They were whooping it up.
She is always doing something for our community.
A sweetheart there. Oh, what is this? Ricky Bobby.
There's a wings in the wing.
It is. Ricky Bobby and the whole family made it out. And, of course, some great-looking cars were there yesterday. Hope you had a chance. That's a beautiful little Mustang. I like that car.
Is that Ted? That's not Ted.
No.
No,
And then we go down through here, and that's a great-looking Camaro as well. Ooh. We've got some. There it is, the Oshner.
There. You want to ride with me?
No. I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer there, Odie. But it was a great event, and I hope you did get a chance to check it out. Wings and Tails. It was there. It's an annual event. It'll come back next year, as they always raise. Here's some more airplanes that were there.
Oh,
look at that! Isn't that gorgeous?
And you get to see the airport and everything that's going on back there. You know, we've got a gym.
We do. So gives you
man.
a little something to look forward to on our next horizon as we do that. Now, I want to bring this up. To my knowledge, this person has not been taken into custody at this point. What are we at? 7:25. Yesterday, the Mississippi Highway Patrol made a traffic stop. ODU, it would be near the Mississippi Welcome Center.
No.
As the trooper gets out, he's discussing this with the driver, getting driver's license, and the passenger commits to running.
Well,
They'd already figured out who he is, and I don't have the name, but he trotted off, and we'll give you the description. He was wearing blue jeans, a gray muscle shirt, and tennis shoes. If you happen to see a young man walking around like that, you might want to call the police. That doesn't quite fit in, looks suspicious.
yeah, in the woods.
He ran. And then as they were chasing him, the driver decided, oh, what a great time to leave the scene. So off she goes. Always plan your escapes better than some people.
Yeah.
As she would soon discover she didn't have any gas. So she needed to whoop back around and go get some gas back up at the Toomsuba exit. It was about that time that the suspect who ran was spotted. So law enforcement was going there anyway, and they just happened to bump into her trying to purchase some gasoline. Now, what are the odds of her being there, him being there? It was supposed to be a meetup.
Yeah.
And she was taken into custody and the car towed away. He is still at large, the last we heard. We don't officially have a name to release yet. We do hope. Now, I don't want anybody to think that he's a violent criminal. He wasn't. He's some old charges that he never went to court over. Still makes you a wanted man, and he knew that. Is why he...
Yeah. Just get that took care of so you don't have to walk around looking behind you everywhere you go.
You can read all about it here as you go to the Scotty Ray Report. That's where we've got all of that. But Mississippi Highway Patrol was busy. And it was one of those things, do I stay with Ward in the run or do I go to this? And I stayed with Ward on that because I figured it'd take them a little bit of time as they'd done that.
Yeah.
So as we get updates on this, we will pass along to you.
Oh, we've got to push out Southeast plays tomorrow night. And Russell Girls is also headed to Hueytown.
All righty.
So, good deal.
Didn't know all that, Odie.
Hey, yeah, I didn't either.
We got some talented players, don't we?
Rusty said, as Bugs Bunny would say, what a maroon. Oh, me.
But what was that old song? I got to run to keep from hiding where I'm bound. When when they run those checks and you've done something in your past and never took care of it, and although it may not be a huge, if you're wanted, you're wanted. Go ahead and get it over with.
It's like that other song. I fought the law and the
Law won. What was that line? Busted these rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law. A lot of people, even Hank Jr. did a good version of that.
Look at there, Violet Braylon, my old grandkids, is watching again this morning, getting ready. It won't be long. School will be out for y'all too, but Papa loves y'all.
What was happening at Dumont Plaza yesterday? It was the torch run, and we'll play a little bit of this as deputies and law enforcement got out to help the Special Olympics yesterday. They started out in a trot and they would begin to run.
Well, I came out there because I thought you were going to run in it, and I was going to record for you, but I didn't see you in line behind all them.
A few months ago, I walked to the top of the hill at 22nd Avenue Bridge, and I thought I was going to have a golf cart come get me.
Walking down wasn't too bad.
No, it was okay. It was that up thing. I don't like on those stress tests. I don't do good on hills. Yeah, there's no way I can do all that. So I respect anybody who runs every day. I remember years ago when I could exercise, Tyson used to pass me so many times out of the reservoir it wasn't funny. I'd be trying to make my 1 mile and he'd pass me like 4 times. I'm a little slower than the normal average bear there.
I got you now, Sandy. And
what's Sandy
Angie had, she was reminding me of her birthday. And then Miss Angie had her first grandchild.
Did she?
Yesterday. So congratulations, and grandkids is something special.
That's what I hear.
That is for sure.
And congratulations. We'll be right back as we'll take a look at history. How good are y'all today? We're going to play next, Scotty Ray and Odie, as we begin this day together.
Just $41 a month for this.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting, and the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinara Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And it's us again.
It is. It is.
We've got, we always go over, this is Monday or this is Tuesday, and we started off today, but we never did say that today is hump day. We didn't bring it in right, did we? Golly.
I feel better about it now, Odie.
I do too. Now my day can get started real good. Oh, talk about a deal.
And speaking of that deal, do you honestly think that this could have occurred? We've all heard the story of conjuring up the devil to make a deal, trading your soul for something bigger.
I believe in God, Jesus Christ, so that also means I believe in Satan.
That he does exist.
And that he does exist. And do I believe that, something that he would do? Now, trying to win us over, I wouldn't put it past him.
The story goes that many, many, many years ago in the Mississippi Delta, there was a young man who couldn't sing. It was awful. He disappeared for about 6 to 8 months, and he reappeared as being one of the greatest singers of all time. There was a little dirt road there. It was a crossing, a four-way stop sign, so to speak. It wasn't a stop sign, but it was the crossroads. Supposedly, a guy named Robert Johnson traded his soul to the devil to be able to be the best guitar player there was, a blues singer. And it was on this date that he was born. 1911, Robert Johnson was born. Did it happen? I'm telling you, there's been movie after movie after movie made about this. It does make you think. The two evils, the evil and good, do exist. The question is, did that happen? Mysteriously, he was better than he was when he reappeared there. So, something to think on. Another comedian that was born on today, y'all will remember this guy, it was 1926, movie after movie after movie. He was funny. Anybody remember the guy named Don Rickles?
He was funny.
Now, I can't for the life of me, I'm going to bring up this movie, and I'm blank. I can't remember. But boy, he was a good actor there. Funny.
That was back when funny was
clean.
And most of it was more funny than what we have now with what it's turned into.
Well, so many of them think that you have to be vulgar to be funny, and that's truly not the case.
I think George Carlin started it going down that route. And he had some funny stuff, but I just couldn't listen to him.
He was vulgar.
Click. Yeah.
To the it's just very few comedians that are out there that are family. Jeff Foxworthy, he's funny. Now, don't get me wrong that the redneck thing kind of got old after a while, and it's run its course.
And Here's Your Sign is still funny.
Yeah, he's kind of Jerry Clower, the greatest there ever was when it comes to a comedian.
And however it turned out in life and all that, another clean one, Bill Cosby.
He was funny.
And was funny. A lot of them.
Flip Wilson was funny back in the day.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? Rodney Carrington. He's funny, but
and he's got some on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the greatest comedians with the ventriloquist, what's his name? Jeff Dunham.
Oh, yeah. He is.
But you have to start up early to find somebody who's clean that does this now. It's almost non-existent. Even Eddie Murphy was on the line of going too far from time to time.
Now he'd jump across it and then he'd come back.
So was Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. Now, Richard Pryor talked a lot of stuff about his own drug use.
Yeah.
And where it took him, and he made fun of it. But
Red
Richard
Skelton
Pryor
was funny.
Red Skelton was real funny, especially his little skits. But now, talking about vulgar, here's another one.
Who's that?
Fred Sanford.
Oh, yeah, y'all don't know that. Red Fox was Triple X.
He was something. Tim Conway.
Tim Conway.
Oh, Harvey. All them were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don Knotts.
But America has allowed this to happen time and time again, where that envelope would edge and you go, well, that's not that bad. And the next thing you know, here we are having to have people up in our churches protecting it. That's what happens. Do you ever go to a garden party, Odie?
No. What do you have to plant stuff there, don't you?
Well, he wrote a song about it and he went number one with it. Ricky Nelson. If I am not mistaken, Ricky went down with a plane later in life, lost his life in an airplane crash in 1940. He was a teen idol, so to speak, in his time, big time. Love will keep us together. Yeah, that was that big song there. Anybody remember the Captain and Tennille? Well, they were big in a time when love didn't keep them together, as we would go back to look at this. They got a divorce. Rump row.
Divorce.
But they were really huge in the day. Now, I only remember Love Will Keep Us Together. There may have been more hits, but I can't remember it. The Captain and Tennille.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that one song, and that's about it.
That's me too.
Muskrat Love.
Oh, was that theirs too?
Oh,
yeah, I do remember that.
I didn't know who sang. Of course, that doesn't surprise any of y'all. I know the songs. I ain't got a clue who sings them. You can show me a picture, and I don't know who they are.
Did you ever watch Animal House?
I did.
One of the funniest comedies at the time. It was really groundbreaking, as the frat boys tried everything there.
Yeah.
They took the Lincoln and cut it up and...
Poor dead horses.
Yeah. Stephen First, if you remember him, he was a big part of that show there. He was born in Norfolk, Virginia there. He was a part of that. Now, I can't remember his character's name, but
I can't either.
That show was... I enjoyed it. Toga.
John Belushi.
That was probably his best that he ever did. David Keith, do you remember watching The Indian in the Cupboard? Was that not a good show? I know he's been in other things as but he played the main character in that. And if you've never watched that movie, do so.
That was a good movie.
It's just a good family-friendly show.
Kind of like, reminds me of Night at the Museum.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
Okay, Food Fight was funny.
There's old Woody talking about Animal House. Woody, you ought to be on the road now. If you on the road, you be careful out there, my brother.
Well, and they also had, was it Louie? That was in the movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As we move on, the first Bond movie came to be in today in 1960 as Sean Connery took to it. And
I think he was the best James Bond that we've had.
I agree with that. Sean Connery was just the man. He did it. Yeah. I loved him in The Rock.
Man, yeah, he was good.
Sean Connery could show up and it brought class to the room.
It did.
He was just a man among men. I liked him a whole lot. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the very few actors that stayed married to the same woman, wasn't he married to the same lady the entire time?
And don't get me to lie on that.
I feel strong about that. I could be wrong, but I think he was. It's very few that have weathered that storm and done that. We go back to 1964. This young lady would be born, and each one of us grew up with her.
Oh, everybody, whether you really liked it or not, everybody has seen this show.
Melissa Gilbert, Little House on the Prairie. Wow, 1964. She's off the grid now, left Hollywood. Her and her husband live in a remote part there and off the grid away from all the cameras now.
So she's smarter than we thought.
Yes, she is. And that show really had those values. Say what you want about Michael Landon, but he understood that. From Bonanza to that to Highway to Heaven. Each one had a theme and tried to teach us morals.
and morals, and a lot of your sitcoms then taught morals, which we don't have that now.
Yeah, no, we don't. I can't think of a. Well, I don't watch them anymore. I'll be honest about that.
I don't either.
It's I'm trying to think back. Rocky was one of the ones that comes to mind. Theme songs from TV shows or movies that make it to number one. Ghostbusters is one of those.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
The Fall Guys theme song, as bad as we wanted it to be, they didn't make it to that.
No.
I'm trying to think. Dukes of Hazzard made it to number one.
Dukes of Hazzard, yep.
This one in 1976 also made it to number one. Anybody remember the theme song to Welcome Back, Kotter? Welcome back.
Yep.
And that's all I know of that song. You're supposed to pick up, Odie.
I'm trying to remember.
To that same old something.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I heard it.
Eye of the Tiger with Rocky.
Yeah, that did come out of there.
Yeah.
It's the Eye of the Tiger. Yeah. We go back to 1982. Willie was around. He would take an Elvis Presley song and take it to number one on this date, and many others have recorded this song. Willie done one of his better versions there.
Yeah. Always on my mind.
That's pretty close to the way it sounded. Make you go, ooh, where's Elvis?
Yeah.
But he took it to number one. There's a lot of people that love Willie.
I love Willie. I can listen to him. Stick him on with a CD, or I may have one of his 8-tracks.
Willie. We'll go back to 84. This is when the show was really flopping. It was going toward the end. You may or not remember this. They changed writers so many times that the Fonz became almost uncool before they clipped it. Today would be the day that Joni married Chachi, as we go back to remember that. May 8th, 84. She was still around with us. She married Scott Bale. Happy Days. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
And then they had the Joni and Chachi show that flopped.
Was a flop. That was terrible.
Wasn't as bad as Cagney and Lacey, but it still flopped.
That's another one, though. Charlene made me watch.
Which one?
Both of them. I didn't really want to watch Happy Days. I just stuck watching it. And then, of course, she had to follow Bayo.
Yeah, he was like the teen heartthrob. The Man of Hawaii would end today. Oh, we all remember when it happened as the end came to Magnum P.I. Hard to believe it's been that many years ago since the original ended.
And it's still, what they got now, all they did was they just stole the title.
Yes.
And stuck it on something and tried to make it. Because Wiggins, if y'all don't notice,
Higgins.
that man the key word, that man holding them dogs down there, yeah, that's Higgins.
Yeah.
Higgins ain't a woman.
That's right. He wore high-waisted breeches.
Yeah, he did.
And he was Higgins, and he spoke very affluently.
And he'd sick them Dobermans on you.
You know, from Rick to TC, you really fell in love with the show, and you became a part of it.
TC was my favorite.
Yeah, he was good with that chopper, wasn't he? Island Hoppers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Island Hoppers. Yeah. Oh.
This happens with so many stars, and we don't know the answer to this, but if you've got a child, and believe me, there's people from here that want to send their children to Hollywood to become a star. And you may be the next star, but never, ever lose sight of your children. Stay with them so that tragedy will not happen. It's happened to so many stars, as we remember, she lost her life today. Dana Plato, if you will remember, she robbed a store not long before this. Drugs is what, in the end, would take her life.
Now, Willis, didn't Willis get into having a drug issue?
Sure did.
And
Arnold passed away,
but he had health issues.
Yeah, being a little fella, I think, had something to do with it. And he had trouble with his parents. You know, he had to sue his parents over his money.
Sure did.
I'd almost forgotten that. But it's tough being a... You know who probably the best that came out of all this that you never heard anything have any issues?
Who's that?
Ron Howard. He went from Opie to Happy Days to being a producer, and he never let it get to him.
And now the producer of some of the biggest TV or movies out there
is Ron Howard.
Man.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
2001. I can remember this. I'm not talking about settling down because I'm just talking about tonight. Toby Keith went number one on DreamWorks with that song. Y'all remember that? Wow. That's been a little while there.
Yes, it
has. And now
Toby,
can you actually believe Toby Keith has passed away?
I was just sitting here thinking about, what he's gone through. Man, it's all of a sudden, was it cancer?
Yeah, stomach cancer guy.
Yeah, stomach cancer. And I mean, he just dwindled down.
He was a big man, and he was really little.
Yeah.
We never, ever know what God has in store for us. Face each day as if it was your last. Treat everybody as good as you can, because you just don't know if you'll ever be able to make a right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember Angie, I was scouting to bring a concert to Meridian, and we went and this guy opened the show, and she goes, "You need to book him." I said, "I ain't booking that earring wearing thing." I can remember those words, and she never let me forget that, ever.
Man.
Keith Urban had a number one, You'll Think of Me. I just didn't get into it, but
I like
everybody
Keith
else
Urban.
did, apparently. Him and his earring self there, he made it big in country music. Now, let's be honest, was it country? Nope. That's why I couldn't.
New country.
I couldn't peg it. It wasn't traditional. I'm only good. You got to know what you're good at, and I ain't good at that. I'm only on traditional side. Do I know what I'm talking about? I admit my faults. Yeah, that wasn't it. I admit my faults. Let's see what else went on. It would be 2000. Can you do the cattle call? Can you do it?
No.
Come on now.
Well, I'd have to hear it to know it.
You don't know that one?
Not right
It's like
now.
one of the biggest songs there ever was. Eddie Arnold. Y'all remember him?
I don't
The
know.
Cattle Call is one of his biggest he ever had. He passed away on this date back in 2008. Scored 147 songs on the Billboard charts.
Second to George Jones.
Get out of here. He done a lot there. It was different kind of music than I liked, but I respect what he done nonetheless.
Yeah.
Eddie Arnold, big name there. It'd be 2010, and this lady brought smiles to many, and her comedy was pretty clean. She was always playing the airhead, so to speak, as we remember her hosting Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
She was 88 at the time there, Betty White.
And we lost her a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, like 2 days before her 100th birthday.
Yeah. Man.
They already had it planned and was in good health, and this, let's see here.
That's why I don't know her.
It took me a second. I looked at her face as we looked at this next slide, and I went, who is that?
I did the same thing.
I know this from when I was a little boy. The lady that kept me, as my parents were, Mayhat. She couldn't miss an episode of Young and the Restless. There was always that lady, Mrs. Chancellor. Well, she passed away in 2013. Anybody remember her? Jeannie Cooper was her name.
Yep, didn't watch that.
You didn't get that Young and the Restless channel.
So we were talking about that other guy who wrote some songs that did that Yale you were talking about. Laura said that he sing that song, make the world
That's it.
go away.
That's him.
Well, look at there.
Yeah, she's on it too there. This next guy, you're going to recognize his face as he passed away in 2016, William Schillert. He was in Martin and Get Smart and Patty Duke's show.
He was also in the Avengers.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. This next guy, of all of the newcomers that have come to music, this guy is really good. He's got a talent like none other, knows how to write a country song. I give him a thumbs up. Luke Combs went number one with his album, This One's For You, back in 2019. Good guy there. He is good at what he does.
I like his music.
Yeah. 748, Scotty Ray and Odie. Can y'all believe this? We'll be right back. We got more to talk about what's going on. Next, Scotty Ray and Odie.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. We always open a can of worms that I sometimes don't know. Corbin, she said Jeannie Cooper's son was Corbin Burnson.
I don't know who he is.
The name maybe, but I can't place who it is. You know, with every storm, there's always a promise afterwards. It's God's promise to us. And as I pull this up, isn't that just beautiful?
That is.
Let me click on that, make that bigger
right
there. He always makes it there. Just absolutely gorgeous. We always encourage you, if you capture a little something that is just amazing, send it to us. We would love to share it with everyone else. It truly brightens one's day to see something so magnificent as that.
I mean, God's paintbrush.
Mm-hmm. Let's see other things that are going on. Well, here's a...
Rut-row.
Yes, sir, Bob. This happened yesterday on 65th Avenue. A limb fell right down in the road there. Road crews had to be dispersed to come out and cut that up where everybody could get around it there. A little bit of wind, and things go to breaking, don't they, Odie?
It doesn't take much.
Now, we also had, let's see here, out on Roy Dollar Road, Highway 494, we had an incident. I believe this is one of them there Ford Explorers.
It went for a ride.
To the bushes it went. Let's make that a little bit bigger there where you can see it. Yes, sir, Bob. There it is.
Yeah. That wasn't an easy ride, neither.
No, sir. That was kind of bumpy, as I can see the stuff below there. No major injuries or anything like that, but still. It didn't feel good, did it?
Scare you.
Did we talk about this the other day?
I don't know if we talked about those kids playing up there or not.
Maybe we brought it up. We did about Petco and the people on the roof. Weekend is coming. For goodness sakes, remind your children they cannot walk on top of buildings at crosswalks. Just put out a little warning there.
Well,
like
you
got
to call the fire department with a ladder to come get you. So Corbin Burnson was on L.A. Law in the movie Major League. Stella, was he the one that... Did he play Corbin on Major League? Was he the one that...
The blonde-headed guy
the blonde-headed batter that thought he was all that in a bag of tater chips?
And his wife went and found Charlie Sheen, and Charlie Sheen didn't know that it was his wife. And
that's right.
Yes, sir. Now I know who she's talking about.
If that's who it is, we're waiting on the coroner to come back and fill us in.
Let's see. As we go to Jackson, Mississippi, look at a few headlines there. A stolen vehicle was found. One teen was dead after they wrecked it. It's bad. That often happens. You know, we had that happen in Meridian not all that long ago. Crime, and it just isn't worth your life.
So we are getting that. Yes, that was him. So Corbin played Corbin. Is that so he wouldn't forget his name on TV?
It must be. But let me tell you something. Major League was funny.
It was
at
funny.
least the first one.
Wow, dang. You make my heart sing.
Charlie Sheen is a natural. He truly is. I like him a lot. He done great in Young Guns, and he was funny in 2.5 Men.
And what was the old fella? He took his little voodoo doll and threw it away. He said,
the big
You'll
guy.
not do me right.
Then they would peel off a piece of that cardboard cut out of that woman that bought the team.
Her. Yeah.
One piece at a time.
Y'all go watch it if you had.
Oh, update. They have found several body parts in Flowood, Mississippi. Yeah. I know there's a cupcake place over there that people flock to when they make it to Jackson. They go to the Flowood area there to go get cupcakes. I hear rumors. But they have found a skull and a part of a leg in a lake there. No one has been identified, but they are investigating.
Teenagers that found the leg, wasn't it?
I believe
and
so.
That prompted the law enforcement to come out. I don't know if the man in Druid Hills has been identified or his name released.
I think they probably know, but have not. I asked last week, and I have not been given that. I'll ask again today and see if we can get a name on that. And it does need to be released. At some point there, we'll get that.
Okay, wait a minute. We're getting Roger Dorn. I guess that was the one that was thinking he was all that in a bag of tater chips, wasn't it? Roger Dorn?
Maybe so. The blonde guy, he just thought he was
I believe
all
that's him.
in a bag of chips.
Yep.
Stella
was the one that brought it up.
She tried to spook me yesterday. I was sitting there trying to read an email. And this has happened to me several times. I was reading it real hard, and she pulled up beside me and hit my window.
Yeah.
She's sneaky.
Trying to get some more work, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's stealth. Y'all watch that woman.
You don't want to meet her.
No. She's not the woman. It's hard for her to get dates, too.
Yeah.
What do you do for... Oh, I'm the corner.
Yeah. Never mind.
You stay over there. Rumor is she's got cold hands. That's what I hear. Oh. Well, let's see here. What happened here? Let's go on over to, where are we at? Let's go to Natchez, Mississippi, to the Holiday Inn. There's nothing like the attendant getting into a fight with a guest and a gun being fired.
At the hotel?
At the hotel down in Natchez. They had to have the popo respond to the scene. I'm going to reroute my trip. I don't know about you there. Things that go on across the state of Mississippi is it's never shocking. Now, we posted this yesterday, and it is a controversy. A lot of people have their thoughts on this. The Boy Scouts of America have officially changed their name. After 114 years, they're now Scouting America.
Sad.
It is very sad.
Sad day. I am an Eagle Scout. Was in Cub Scouts, then went Boy Scouts. I agree 100% that the women ought to have the same chance, but they did. It was called the Girl Scouts
of America.
Of America.
Yeah.
And because they failed, y'all gave up and then want to be part of the Boy Scouts. Here's the thing. Why don't you take over the Girl Scouts and leave the Girl Scouts? And if the Girl Scouts of America wouldn't say you the name, then come up with their own name.
I thought they still had a Girl Scouts. They don't?
Well, I think they do, but they don't do anything. And that was the reason that everybody's leaving.
I don't know the history there.
It is not the same. I believe that girls growing up need some type of leadership like that. I believe that 100%, but not the Boy Scouts of America.
I really do think, Odie, that there is still a Girl Scouts, though.
But they have, the Girl Scouts have failed. There was Camp Marydale. That was the big Girl Scout camp here, like Bonacci. It just does not belong to be under one. All they do, the Girl Scouts, all they do now is sell cookies, and it's the double the price for half the cookies.
It's just America changing there. But the Boy Scouts, it's just a shame that we lost something after, and it was lawsuit after lawsuit, and we all know what happened. I hate it couldn't be saved.
But there's no reason. You think that was some sexual problems when the first lawsuits came out? Wait now.
Yeah.
I know some people say, well, they're separate. No, they're not. I just don't believe that they ought to be together. 100% Boy Scouts of America and Girl Scouts of America.
We'll see what happens. We'll watch it for you. More to come as we begin this Wednesday morning. Just a few. We'll be right back.
Bring on the amazing colors of spring. Al's Garden and Gift, voted the best garden and gift shop, specializes in beautiful bedding and vegetable plants, shrubs, fruit trees, hanging baskets, succulents, roses, and ferns. Freshen up flower beds with mulches, soils, sod, and pine straw. Also sprouting up unique gifts, candles, pottery, gourmet sauces, spices, and food items. Come try a cool and delicious treat by Ice Cream Factory 2. It's the perfect time to spend in the yard. Bloom with happiness. Visit Al's Garden and Gift today.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and Aquapel windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK system battery tool sets. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and there has been a passing, and I didn't realize this until late yesterday afternoon. Anybody remember watching Grease?
Yeah.
John Travolta, of course, Olivia Newton-John. A star named Susan Buckner. She's 72 years old, has passed away. And let me show you her character's name, as a picture rather, as we go to Daily Mail. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
And then that's her sitting next to Sandy.
Yep. Sandy.
She has passed away at the age of 72.
Sandy.
Beauty Queen Dropout. I remember that from there. Look at me. I'm Sandra D.
That's it.
Hopelessly Devoted. Grease the Lightning. There were some other songs that came out of that, too.
There's a bunch of them.
Better Shape Up.
Yeah.
I Need a Man or something like that.
I don't know that line.
Probably one of the biggest musicals in our lifetime was that. To me, it outdone The Sound of Music.
Oh, well, no, I didn't care too much for the
Me either.
But no, I did like Grease.
Yeah, that Sound of Music was tough to make it through. Man.
So you're saying you watched it?
Yeah. Oh, she was even on the Love Boat with Bookham Dano. Look at that.
Oh.
There she is.
Well, look at there.
Bookham Dano. Love that line. Always be with us there. That falls under some of the famous lines that have ever been on television, doesn't it?
Bookham Dano. Yeah, that's
all right. We need to do some birthdays, Odie.
Ooh, yeah, let's see what we got here. We got Chucky Hamrick's having a birthday straight from Clark County with the M dot. Caleb and Sydney Etheridge, 12 years of wedding bliss. My hero, Landon George, with the Sheriff's Department, is celebrating an anniversary with his wife, Mallory.
How many years
Landon and Mallory George. I don't know. He wouldn't say.
Oh.
I think he forgot.
Oh, now you done got him in trouble.
So, Macy Walker's 18 years old. Daniel Shelby, 24. Olivia White is having a birthday today. Darlene Jones, 64 years young. And Lacey Payne, 64 years young today. So happy birthday and a happy anniversary. And let's see what we've got here. Look at there. Landon and Mallory George, happy anniversary and winner of the Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. And you better go get this for her.
Yes, sir.
You better learn and find out how many years you've been married.
Steve brought up, I'd forgotten about that. You're the one that I want.
That was it, wasn't it?
Olivia Newton and John Travolta took that to #1 also from that movie. Do you remember her song that she had out, Please Mr. Please Don't Play B-17? It was our song. It was his song. And she had another one that was huge. But she was really good. Her daughter thinks a lot different than the rest of us, but so be it there.
You know, Dot says, yes, girls and boys deserve the same opportunities. But in case you haven't noticed, they are different. All the way around. The way that their makeup, the whole 9 yards between. And then I forgot who said it earlier. But they said, in this day and time, we got people who don't even know what kind of bathroom to go into.
Yeah, and do you remember when that started a few years ago with that? It was in North Carolina, wasn't it? Over a pro football team, a basketball team, if I remember.
It's terrible.
It is. There's one thing that can deliver us from all of that is a man up above called Jesus, and I'm let Odie now lean over and lead us out today with a Bible verse. They're always good to know.
If it wasn't for him, there's no telling where I would be. It's where I probably don't need to be. And Isaiah 53, verse 5, but he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. God sent his only begotten Son, to die on the cross for us. And remember, there was a sinner that was right beside him. And Jesus said, Father, forgive him. He knows not what he's done. Let me tell you, he shed his blood so each one of us will have everlasting life. He cleansed our souls. He forgave us of all our sins, and he'll continue to do that today as long as we ask him for everlasting life, to be with the Lord and our Father at the end of our time. Thank you for being with us. We love you. We'll be here in about 23 hours. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you see us, come say hello.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.